Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's lecture we'll be talking about lambda functions. Okay, so in Python lambda functions are anonymous function, okay, that can take multiple multiple arguments but can have only one expression. Okay, so I'll explain this with the syntax of lambda function. So lambda argument and then expression. Okay, so this is how the lambda function looks. Okay, so this argument can be any sort of variable, okay, and the expression is some action that you want to perform, okay, needs to be performed. Okay, so one example of lambda function is x equals to lambda a and a plus 10. Okay, so now if I print x of 4, then it should return 14 to me. Now I'll tell you how it happens. Okay, so as I said, lambda functions are the anonymous functions. Okay, so this x equals to lambda, okay, the spelling is wrong, a plus 4, this is similar to define x and a value over here and we return n plus 4. Okay, so this is how this lambda function actually looks in your Python. Okay, like in the normal functional syntax. Okay, return n plus 4. Okay, so why use this lambda function if they are like similar to this? So it's more of like very useful when you want to like use anonymous function inside your function. Okay, so by anonymous function you means ki like you can pass on any values and there is an expression related to it. Okay, so first I'll show how multiple expression and multiple argument and single expression works. So if I do x equals to lambda a b c and then do a plus b plus c and then I do print x 4 5 6, then it should be returning me 4 5 9 15. Okay, so now moving on to why lambda functions are powerful function. So just assuming कि I need let's say a particular number added to a like single constant number. Okay, so if I have def add to num, okay, and I will pass a variable n over here. Okay, and then I need to return, let's say I want to add a plus n, right, something like this, and this a is more of a variable. This value can be changed a lot of times. Okay, so how I can do is ki instead of doing this I can do return lambda a plus n. Okay, as simple as that. Now just using this above syntax I can do x equals to, I will pass this function name add to num and pass a value like, let's suppose 4, and then I need to do print x of, like I'm using a value a over here, like single expression is a single argument is getting used here, so I will just pass 5 over here, and the output for the same will be 5 plus 4 9. So what will happen is ki in this add to num it will store this expression. Okay, so this x equals to add to num 4 will become x equals to lambda a plus 4. Okay, so this function is just returning this value, it is not performing any action. So this value will be returned, it will be stored in our variable x, and then you will just be doing print x of 5. Okay, so it is similar to this expression only. Okay, so I have x lambda equal to, sorry, lambda abc, or over here if I take it lambda a to 4, a plus 4, right, and then I just print x and pass the value which needs to be used in the anonymous function of lambda. Okay, so actually by anonymous functions it means ki there is no name to the lambda function, it just exists. Okay, now you can also use your if else statements with your lambda function. So how you can do it ki uh, let's suppose I have this check equals to lambda a b. Okay, I'll say print a if a is greater than b, else print b, and then what I can do is I can do print check of 4 comma 5. So my value a will be 4 here and 5 will be b, so this will print out b because b is greater, so 5. So this function is basically for checking the which number is greater out of 2. Okay, so this is how you can use if else statement with your lambda function. Okay, now as I suggested earlier ki lambda functions are similar, like are just only the normal functions defined in the Python. There's just one scenario, like one difference between them is ki lambda functions are anonymous functions, that is they don't have any name, but normal functions are not anonymous and are cited with the name. Okay, actually instead of cited I should use declared. Okay, yeah, so this is one of the definition, and the other definitions that I can say is ki lambda functions does not require any initialization variable keyword. Actually they itself are the keyword, and the normal functions require def keyword. Okay, the third is ki lambda functions only have one expression, and your normal functions, okay, why I'm writing normal, your functions can have any number of lines of code. Okay. Also, one thing that, like, if it is asked in interviews from you, so you can also mention one thing ki lambda functions can be used for small calculations and manipulations. Okay. So it will more of make your code little bit less complex and reduce the number of lines as well. So for example, if I have to find the cube of a number, so I can do def func y and return. Okay, this take 2 lines, and now if I use the lambda function, I can just do x lambda a to the power cube. Okay, so you see the number of lines of code also reduces if you are taking the lambda function. Okay, I think if we talk about the theory, now let's quickly move to the Python compiler and we can just test our lambda function. Okay, so I'll just write over here lambda function test. Okay, now I'll just initiate a lambda function x equals to lambda a colon a plus, or let's say I'm just trying to find the cube of the number. Okay, and then what I need to do is print x and pass on the value. Let's say I want to find the cube of 2. Okay, so this is my function. Yeah, so it is returning 8 to me. Okay, now we can also test the if else condition 1. Okay, so if I do y equals to lambda and we are passing a comma b, let's not keep it like this, a comma b colon print a if a is greater than b, else print b. Okay, now we just need to call the lambda function. How I can do is key over here I'll do y and pass on, let's say 5 and 8. Okay, so it should be returning. Okay, my bad, where did I made a mistake? Yeah, so over here I need to type print and I made a spelling mistake. So you can see it is giving me name error if any of the keyword that exist in the Python are wrong. Okay, so if I run this, so it will give me 8 as an answer. Okay, let's try for 50. Okay, so yeah, 50 is the answer. So I hope you have enjoyed this lecture on the lambda function. If there are any issues or any concerns, please do let me know in the comment section. And apart from this, please like my videos, subscribe to my channel, and do share it with your friends. And yeah, actually that's it. Thanks for watching the video. Bye, good night.